County Judge Executive Houston Wells. Welcome to County Connections. Today we're going to talk about a special program that's being sponsored by our county clerk, Jeff Hancock. It's a passport program, and it's new to Franklin County, and I have a special guest, Ms. Brooke Cunningham, today, our facility program manager of the passport program here at 315 West Main Street. Welcome, Brooke. Thank you for being here, and tell us about this exciting program that's going to begin Monday, March 11th. So let's start from the beginning. Let's say that we're a new person coming in for a passport, never had a passport before. Walk us through the procedure and what happens with that here.
Okay. So if you have never had a passport before, if you're an adult applying for your passport for the first time, you can walk into this office. We have those forms here available. If you want to pre-print that, you can do that with the travel.state.gov website. All those forms are available on there as well for pre-printing, but you absolutely are welcome to walk in and get that application from us. I will show you how to fill it out, and I will also need a copy of a valid photo ID, and you will also need proof of citizenship. So typically that is a birth certificate. It does have to be the original or a certified copy of that birth certificate. I will need to submit that with the application. So along with the application itself, the photo ID copy, the birth certificate, you will also need two forms of payment. One form of payment that will go with the application has to be a check or a money order or a bank, something to that effect. And then we do accept cash and check on our end for the fees that we keep and retain here for the county clerk's office. So
the total cost for a new to get a new passport would be what? And do you can they get their pictures made here as well?
Yes, so the total cost for the passport for an adult applying for the first time, the fee that you will submit to the U.S. Department of State is $110. That's the fee that will go with the application. For our fees, it's $35 for us to accept the application, and we do the photo services here on site for an additional $10.
Okay, so basically what you're saying, Brooke, is that this is a one-stop shop.
Absolutely.
And we do know that the post office has this process as well. There's a little difference in what the post office offers and this facility here at 315 West Main. And you correct me. I'm going to do my best to explain this, and then I'll hand it to you and let you correct me if I'm wrong. But the post office, to go to the post office and get a passport, you have to get an appointment. Is that correct?
That is correct. And it's pretty lengthy from what I know. It's been several years ago that I applied for my own passport through the post office, and I think it was several weeks, further than what I actually needed to have that appointment. They were hard to get in touch with. Of course, the post office is busy. This is not their main concern. Sure. I do think they offer the photo there. I'm not sure. It's been, again, several years. But the great thing about our office is you walk right in. We are a one-stop shop. We'll take care of everything for you here same day.
Very, very cool. Now, I want the public to understand, because I know you get this question, and actually as just a citizen, I'm hearing lots of things that are confusing, and that is about right at this point in time, our state is getting ready to transcend into a new license, and that new license has something to do with being able to fly, and there's a confusion about that license and a passport. Would you mind explaining what is going on there and what that's all about to the general public?
Yeah. So I don't know a whole lot about the new Real ID Act compliance that is going to affect with the circuit clerk's office, but I do know that this new ID will cover flights within the United States. I think that was the whole issue to start, is that our Kentucky driver's license wasn't compliant with the safety of the rest of the IDs that the country has. But you still need a passport to travel internationally. So anytime that you plan to go outside of the United States to cross a border, you have got to have a valid passport to get in and out of the country. So.
Okay, well that's great for the public to know. So I'm going to go back over that, Brooke, just to make sure, because I know there's confusion. I'm confused a little bit about it too. So if you're traveling domestically within the United States, in I think 2020 or sometime after that, you're going to have a special driver's license for that. If you are going internationally, anytime you leave this country, you will have to have a passport. So that leads to the next question. When they come down here, and let's say that a family wants to go on a cruise, and the cruise is going to different spots outside the United States, and so they've got children going. What is the process and the procedure for children?
Okay. So for children, both parents typically need to be present to apply for the passport for the child because they will both need to sign the form that's necessary to get the passport. It's not an absolute requirement because we do have another form that's available if, say, mom or dad can't get off work or they have a circumstance they just cannot get into the office. There's a form that we can give to the other parent to take and have the absent parent, their signature notarized, giving permission to the parent that is here with the children that, yes, they can get the passport. Yes, I'm giving them permission. I will be accompanying my children out of the country, things like that.
16 years old.
Okay, well, 16 to 17-year-olds, they don't actually have to have parental consent. They can come in and apply for the passport on their own. Now, once it gets to the passport facility where they review these applications, I think it is up to them to decide if they want extra information. But on our end, we can absolutely accept that. The 16 to 17-year-old is welcome to sign their own application. It's assumed consent if the 16 or 17-year-old is paying for a check from their parents' checking account, things like that. They'll take that as implied consent, and they'll accept that for what it is. So.
And children's passports only good for 5 years
Yes.
as opposed to 10?
Mm-hmm. And they are a little bit cheaper than the adult passports. Our application fee is $80, and they're good for 5 years.
Okay. So, Brooke, as we go through this, we've talked about getting a brand new passport, never had one before. There's another part of this. What about somebody that wants to renew a passport? What do they need to do here?
Okay. A renewal is a little bit different. We do have that form here in our office as well. It does have a few questions on the front to let you know if renewing the passport is actually what you need to do. There are some different circumstances where you might just need to apply for a brand new one and pay that brand new fee again. But for the renewal, it's typically sent in always by the passport holder themselves. We don't accept that here at the facility, but we can still provide the photo because you will need to submit a new photo with that. And you're welcome to walk that paperwork into me and let me review it to make sure that you have the necessities that you need to ensure that you get your passport renewed.
That would be the same if you went to the post office or any place else. Is that correct?
I don't think that they would look over it for you.
Yeah, but the renewal is really up to the passport holder. But there is a form that they would need to have and an updated photo as well. And so this is a great thing to have for the general public. It's brand new, and it's going to start Monday, March 11th, this coming Monday. And your hours are 8:30 to 4?
8:30 to 4.
And lots of things have gone through. We've given the public a lot of information. And most important thing is that if you have questions, you can call 875-8702 and talk with you. Brooke Cunningham, who is the facility manager of this project, of this program. And it's extremely exciting that this is going on. So Brooke, if you don't mind, because we have gone through so much information, let's go back through very briefly, step by step, on what someone needs to do, the important things that they will need to bring with them to get a new passport. Just real quick.
No, absolutely. So you'll need for the first time applicant, it's called a Form DS-11. You can get that here in the office, or again, travel.state.gov is a great website. There are so many useful tools on there that anyone can get on there and look at, find out much more about passports than we've given here in this video. So you can print it there. You can come into our office and pick up that form. You'll need to complete that. You'll need a photo ID copy, which I can make those copies here to submit with the application. And you'll need that original birth certificate or a certified copy. And I can't stress that enough. You can't just bring me just a copy that you made at home of the birth certificate. It does have to be original or a certified copy because it does get sent with the application. So those things, as well as your 2 forms of payment and a photo that we provide again here on site to submit with the application, and that's a routine first-time application. So.
Wow. A lot of information, but a lot of great information, and what a great idea Jeff Hancock had in getting this going and bringing you in. You've done this before. You've had you had to go through certain training through the federal government to get this, right?
Absolutely. I've been a certified passport acceptance agent since 2017 when I worked at the Scott County Clerk's Office. That's where I started that. So when I came here, I'm already trained. I did go through certification again just to make sure I'm on my toes, with everything. But along with me, Jack Kennedy, our chief deputy, he's trained to do passport. He's an acceptance agent, as well as Megan Fryman. She's our deputy clerk in the elections department. So it's not just me. We do have 2 other clerks available. That way, this office is always open. We never have to close, that we can provide this service to our community that we're very, very excited about.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And to the general public, once again, there are 2 things that are happening in our state at this, or here in Franklin County right now. One, we have a new passport office here at 315 West Main Street, right on the 2nd floor, right above the county clerk's office. And the state in which we will be bringing you a County Connections on is going to be offering a new driver's license. The driver's license is different than the passport. If you are traveling internationally, you will need a passport. If you're flying domestically within the United States, the new driver's license will be helpful and a requirement after in a few years. So all of that's happening. We were very proud and honored to have you here, Brooke, about this program. We think this is going to be great for our community and those people that want to travel internationally to get a passport. Thank you so much for sharing all your thoughts and information to the general public. Thank you. We really appreciate it. And thank you for watching County Connections. We hope that you find that this has been a helpful program. We hope that you like and share our program on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you for watching County Connections.